Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Rubber, and this is my first ever playthrough. Okay. You starting? You starting? No, she's not starting. And this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. We're going to be doing Tighnari story quests today, which I'm actually very excited to do. There was a little bit of like a mishap in the last one. I had like a lot of people like, you know, advise me on the idea of like a focus, like focusing on missions, which I don't even understand what that is. Like even when I look at missions here, like is there like an option to even like focus on them? I don't know. I don't know how this works. I'll be honest. I don't know how the focus system works. But it sounds pretty cool, whatever that actually is. But we're going to talk to Catherine about whatever this story quest is.
Traveler, you've come at a good time.
It's so weird because now all I think of like is, are you Nahida? You know, are you Nahida? Are you Nahida?
Wait, this sounds like another commission.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're here for, right?
It is as you say. The commission this time around is of high importance. It pertains to the safety of the Avidia Forest's inhabitants.
For sure. Okay, we're definitely going to do this. Yeah.
Huh? What happened?
Not long ago, we received word that a section of the Avidia Forest seems to have become contaminated.
Not good.
Contaminated? You mean a new withering?
And we love stopping the withering. We love stopping the withering.
I don't know about the specifics, but I hear that strange things are happening to people who cross through that region.
Right.
The Avidia Forest inhabitants won't leave their homes so easily. If we allow this contaminated region to expand, the consequences could be unimaginable. That's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation. Even if all you can do is stop the contamination from spreading, that will still save many
It's like one of my
people.
favorite things to do in this game is stop the withering zones. I'll do
This
it.
is forest business. Maybe Tighnari will know something. Let's go find
I'm so
him.
worried that this is going to be blocked off now as well. Probably not. I can't imagine it would be. Yes. Wait. Okay, so both of them are now not blocked off. Okay, let's just keep going with this. I don't know, man. It's like so funny. Look at this. There's two Tighnaris. I don't know. And yeah, this one, you know, like I know you can't put anything but laugh at it, right? Like it's funny stuff sometimes. It's super funny stuff. Look, we'll go with this anyway. Because chronologically, this is supposed to, not chronologically, but I guess it makes more sense to have the story quests that are active here. I don't know, maybe you're supposed to like not completely finish Act 3 or something like that, like I did. That could be it. Or Act 2, I should say. Act 3? Act 2? Act 2. Yeah. It was a really fantastic act. Like, that whole Archon quest was fantastic. One of the things that like I got like pretty nervous about was like, am I doing enough exploration? But then I realized like, you know, I think starting off in Sumeru, like the story's very heavy. Like the story's heavy in all parts of the game in terms of like, you know, how they present it. But like in terms of like, you know, in Sumeru, I feel like the story's been like coming at us, you know, a lot like more frequently. There's a lot more story, like in terms of like volume of like time you spend in each Archon quest. There's definitely a lot more time, and it's probably gonna get even more to that. So I like think that like when it comes to like exploration and stuff, I'm kind of like, okay, look, we can explore as, wait, hold on a second. Wait. Oh god, I got a heart attack. Oh my god, I forgot that this is the world they activated. I was like, where's the map? It's here. But yeah, like we're gonna be exploring more of this place. The only reason I don't want to go up here just yet is because I want the first time I see the desert to be kind of like in the story, you know? So we will go up to get that boss at some point. We have like explored quite a bit, but I'm hoping to like maybe get to explore more as we do more quests, story quests. Like even here, we're gonna get to explore more areas like this going through the Archon quest. So it's actually not like, you know, too worrying, but at the same time, I get paranoid about that stuff sometimes. I'm like, oh, like what if like we don't get to naturally explore, you know? But it's okay. It's okay. My whole thing is there's no point stressing over this awful time. There's Kalei again. How are you doing, girl?
I had already made up my mind, to be honest with you. So I didn't try to hide my current condition. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
I love this character so much. I adored this character so much. Like, and again, it is because like I read the manga and like her story is absolutely incredible, right? I appreciate her so much. Like I said last time, if the Harbinger Dotari wants to touch a hair on her head, that we will kill. I will, all of a sudden, you'll see me well, maybe not, I don't know if I will be able to, but like, all of a sudden you'll see like me, like, try my very best to overcome this, like, fear of this character, and I will swirl him to death. It'll be over. This is pretty cool, though. The fact there's two Tighnaris right now.
This is where you've been, Tighnari? That's...
Shh.
Oh, it's a
Keep your
child.
voice down.
Man, whenever you say shush around a child, their first instinct is to see exactly what everyone's talking about, so it's best to just, like, you know, keep going.
Tighnari, everything's
Oh, no.
spinning.
So obviously the withering is affecting him too.
Am I going to die? Tell Mom that I should have listened to her.
Wait, no, you shouldn't have to. Kids should not be that, like, knowledgeable about this stuff, like, you know, be that mature.
And
You shouldn't have to.
Suna that I'm sorry for breaking her
Oh,
toy.
no, that's
I
horrible.
didn't tell her because I was scared that she wouldn't play with me anymore.
That is so sad. That's like such a basic feeling. Like, that's like, you know, it's the withering is like this really serious thing. But the basic feelings of all this, these are real people that are getting affected by it. And this is like such a cool way of showing that. Like, that's such a common, like, feeling when you're a child. When you break someone's toy and you're like, how do I say this? How do I tell them? You know, when you 20 years later, it doesn't mean anything. But at the moment, it's the biggest deal in the world.
Tighnari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die. Is that true? I feel like I'm getting lighter.
Excuse me? Is this game trying to kill me?
What happened? Tighnari, is he?
He's affected by the wither. That's so sad. I heard they turn into birds.
Okay, enough nonsense. You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest.
Oh,
You'll be bouncing off the walls in no time.
so this kid just thought he was dying?
Really? Then can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for now?
No can do. You're a big kid now.
Wow.
Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
Honestly, that's like very good advice.
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you something. I recall that you're usually pretty healthy. How did you get this sick all of a sudden?
I'm so glad that there is, like, the hair color of Tighnari is so cool just because, like, it looks like he dyed it, but it's very clearly probably natural, right?
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play in the forest. I just wanted to look inside.
That forest, man, that forest.
It's different from before. I got lost and went around in a huge circle. After I got out, I started feeling dizzy.
Could it be?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. The contaminated region.
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest. No running around until I say so. Got it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
So we have to talk besides ourselves. Let's, like, don't tell Clay you're here.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while.
You see how much he he means to everyone in this forest, and that's why he doesn't want to leave.
I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest. But I only said that to comfort him.
What? Oh, for real? So it is actually like
His
a...
symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche. Antipyretics won't be of much use.
So he said that just to comfort her. Oh, well, like, that makes sense. That totally makes sense.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have to help him.
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind. A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidia forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand.
We can go get them. We'll definitely go get them. Are you kidding
I'll
me?
ask the caravans. Go find Kale. Have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
This is why it's so awkward now.
All right. Thank you.
It's okay though. We'll get past it. It's not a big deal.
Contaminated region.
We'll go find them.
Is that why you two are also here?
We got a commission about it.
Yep.
Love
Is
the
it
tale.
a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different. The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidia forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
We feel the same way.
All right, let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. We can also ask about the contaminated region.
Right.
There's no time to waste. We have to move quickly. Let's go.
Yeah, no, this is like once again showing how important he is to this area is like such like it's such a big deal for him, like, right? Because this is a place that he cares about so much, and that's why like it's such a big deal that he even left in the story, like, and everyone's kind of like, well, he said he would never leave. He wouldn't even take a job from the academia, even though they like were so like, oh, it's in Sumero City, like even though they were so like trying to poach him, or not trying to poach him, or trying to get him to come there, he's like so dedicated to this forest. Man, that poor child. We're gonna find this right away. Whatever we need to fight for this child, we're gonna find. For sure.
Excuse me. I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few days.
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you say something like that.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently. They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models,
Great
they still
song.
fetch a good price on the market. Our caravans had to pull together Mora to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip.
Let's go. I can help. I can help.
All the merchants talked it over, and we decided to raise the prices.
Like if
of
you
our
want me
remaining
to
inventory. Until this plan takes effect, none of us can privately sell anything.
I can sort some stuff out. Like people should ask me, I can do it. We've done this. We did this all along in Liyue, Inazuma, and Mondstadt.
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back?
We'll do it.
Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
Look at the ear piercing as well. It's really cute.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just the thief disappeared into the deepest parts of the forest. We asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with another solution.
So the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing those mechanical
That's pretty serious.
parts?
You're pretty dedicated to stealing something if you go into the contaminated region.
How many people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
That crook came from the contaminated region. As for how many, there weren't any people.
Huh?
No people?
What do you mean?
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me. Fine. The thief that stole our parts was a huge mechanical crab.
What? Is this
What the heck? The Avidia forest
a mechanical
has creatures
crab?
in it?
We know that there's mechanics, but like a mechanical crab, is it maybe it's like a rune hunter or something that looks like a crab? Didn't see any in the field guide is a pretty funny answer.
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved too skillfully to be new at this.
What could that be?
It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away. We were all shocked. By the time we came to our senses, the thief was already long gone.
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future
I don't think he
purchases
cares.
of
I don't think he
any-
wants that.
Enough. Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical
So
crab?
what we're learning about Tighnari's actual personality now in this quest is that like he's more no nonsense than I thought, and I think that like, you know, if you're the person who has to like basically take care of an entire section of the forest, you kind of have to be a bit no nonsense, don't you? Like, there's no time to be like, you know, listening to every single detail of every single conversation. You need to get to the point.
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation. If you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
All right, we'll go and have a word.
So gather information nearby, so just to talk to the people around here. I was wondering why everyone was kind of gathered around in this area.
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with nearby caravans and residents. It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab.
Man, it's just common knowledge that it's a crab now. That there is a mechanical crab stealing things.
However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. It doesn't even bat an eye at other valuables.
What?
A caravan carrying a large amount of mora had an uneventful trip, but another caravan had a child whose metal toy was taken.
Just the toy.
Whatever the case, that thing is a scourge. We'll eventually think of a way to get rid of it.
But just the toy is crazy. like coming up and just be like, oh, I'll take that, that's fine. What's this? A Polly Pocket? That's mine.
That mechanical crab is fast, strong, and a pain to deal with.
If everyone's saying this, I'm guessing it is like it actually is.
10 of us might not even be able to take that thing head on. Didn't the academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Where did that thing come
So
from?
mechanical life form is an interesting way to put it. So then you're actually seeing it as like a life form.
Our salaries even got slashed because of it. Who would have thought that that robber wasn't a human, but a mechanical crab?
Nobody. Not me. Sorry for skipping that early. So what I will say about this, though, is that does the academia put a ban on mechanical life forms? So does that mean the giant rune hunter over there? In what direction? I think it's... I want to guess and say it's... Okay, let's check the map. It's closer to here. Yeah, in that direction. The rune hunter that's in this direction... I wonder if that is like a consequence of them stopping it, if that's one of the reasons they stopped it. Because that thing is gigantic and should not be existing anywhere. I wonder.
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we haven't been affected. We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it doesn't disturb our daily lives.
Right, okay.
It only shows up when the caravans are here, and it runs back to the contaminated region after it's done making a mess.
You haven't tried capturing it?
We have, but it's too agile and fast. However, we did unexpectedly learn something the last time we tried to capture it. It apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest, so instead of immediately moving its spoils, it first hides them nearby. Once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move fast if you want those goods back.
This is a really neat story. Just because it's one of those things where it's like, I'm so I don't want to step on your little flowers. I'm actually genuinely intrigued as to what this is going to look like, if we're going to see it, or if it's like something, a misunderstanding or something.
How are things? Did you make any progress?
You're very happy.
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their given commands.
Yes.
If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things.
That's the thing.
Or the
Yep.
mora you made. That would be the most efficient method. But it only goes after mechanical components. This doesn't make any sense.
Right. It's really weird.
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't taken since I keep them on me at all times. Oh, are you planning to...
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components.
My favorite thing about Paimon and Wander in these situations is like when like the really smart person we're with turns around and starts explaining something, and we turn around and like as if we are like Also the researchers. Look at this. Exactly. Yes. Yes.
If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions. Well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere. We're only wasting time.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward you generously.
I think we're just like kind of trying to do this for also the containment zone as well, right? The contaminated zone.
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it later.
Yeah.
We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall for
Yeah,
it.
and we're gonna call it Petty.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back, you can even borrow me to do whatever you need.
Okay, sir. Okay. You go about your day now, okay?
I'll have to decline that offer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We'll
we'll
decline.
use the mechanical components and Sumpter Beast to pose as a transiting caravan and lure out the crab. Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry, we're professionals.
Hopefully. But yeah, no, while it's like, you know, comedic to have someone be like, you can use me if you want, right? And it is a funny moment. I think what is actually like so, to me, what's so like telling about that is that these people are so desperate to get their business back on the right track that they're like, hey, yo, you could even use me to do this. I swear to God, if I get down to this forest though, and I hear, give me the Krabby Patty formula, it just sounds like a plan by plankton sometimes. You know what I mean? Like a mechanical crab. Oh, this is where this is one of the first places, the first withering zone we ever saw was over there. You mediocre clarinet player. Mediocre.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter, the goods were likely stolen somewhere around
You're
here.
so smart. He is very smart. He is very, very intelligent.
Then let's get to it. We'll definitely capture that criminal crab.
Okay, we'll start from here and have the Sumpter Beast with the components on board lead the way.
Okay, so we're
And
actually just
the
moving along with the
Sumpter Beast
caravan?
isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm and take your time with it.
That's actually pretty neat. We're actually like, look at this.
Sumpter Beast went ahead. Let's keep up with
This is so cool. We're actually just having a little like journey with our little goods and stuff. This is really neat. Oh yeah, Barbara's here as well.
Why did it stop?
Something up? Feed?
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry. The
That's me too.
caravanners grew disheartened after their goods were stolen, so they probably didn't feed their animals as scheduled.
All right, it's moving again.
We scared it, did we? My bad. I was trying to jump on top of it so we could just walk along it, but... What the hell? It's like a one of those ruined creatures. Kulu?
Did you hear something?
I definitely did. What the hell? It is just like a little crab creature.
Is that the mechanical crab the caravan was talking about? It's charging straight at us!
But it's like white.
It looks strong. Be careful.
It is like a rune creature that is like, but it's like a different color. I thought we were gonna get Tighnari there.
Ready, steady.
I did not mean to press that button. No, I did mean to press it, but I pressed up and down, but I forgot you have to like actually like take care to press, make sure you transition first, but it's okay.
With nature.
You might use a different team today, because I feel like I use Kazuo a lot just because he is like, huh? Did he say will to fight? What did he say? So it's talking.
Just try to escape this time, you naughty caravan robbing crab.
Again, this is why Paimon's a mother. You're just scolding people as if it's a child. Kilulu.
Hey, playing dumb won't save you. Spill it. Why are you stealing so many mechanical parts?
It doesn't seem to understand us.
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. keep an eye on it. I'll search around the area for the caravan's goods.
Right. Okay.
I don't know why you're stealing mechanical parts, but they don't belong to you.
Again, giving a little life lesson here.
Stolen items must be returned to their rightful owners. Any objections?
I do love like Tighnari's character that he is just like very like not like he's very caring. He cares about the people of the forest. He's like really smart, but like beyond all that, like he's actually very stern. And I think that's a good character trait to have in someone who is like so caring, is to have him also be very stern, because of course he'd need to be. He's taking care of so many people. It looks sad.
You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? How about you help us with something? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical parts as a reward.
It reacted.
So it actually wants the mechanical parts. It doesn't understand. It must understand some parts of what we're saying.
We can't be certain yet. Its excitement may be a simple programmed response upon seeing mechanical components.
Okay, so you want the crab to lead us into the contaminated region?
That makes sense.
That's right. The contaminated region has a large and currently expanding perimeter, so it would be difficult to conduct a thorough search. If we charge straight in, we'll get lost like headless pigeons. Also, our new friend here seems to be full of secrets.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's fair to like for him to like help us out.
I've been studying this contaminated region recently, and I have a hypothesis of my own. So to be absolutely safe, it would be best to have a guide lead the way.
Paimon gets it now. Does the scuttler understand what he's saying?
Scuttler.
It doesn't have to, as long as it isn't hostile towards us.
Yeah.
I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region. So long as it doesn't attack us, we can simply follow along.
So we started off by following the beast. Now we're gonna follow the crab.
It seems to be really happy.
Yeah, this is a weird creature, man. This is a weird creature.
Listen to me. Wait for us here. No running off.
Okay, so we had Mommy Paimon, Daddy Tighnari.
We'll be back soon. If you're still here when we return, I'll give you another mechanical part as a reward.
Oh, the nod of the head.
I'm not sure. But our priorities are to retrieve the mechanical components and to purchase Vasanti grass to make medicine with. We should return. But before we do, we need to set up a few traps. Can't have that crab escaping.
So we have to. Okay, this is actually like a really neat little story. Like it's almost like how does it? It's like really weird to Oh, these are the traps. Like it's a really weird story because I don't like again. This is definitely one of those like type of ruined creatures, right? But like it's a different color. It has like a different like energy to it. It's like talking to us in a way. It's like understanding us in a way, which is also very strange. I don't know. Like I'm not worried, but it's one of those things where like I'm very like intrigued as to what's going to be happening next with this. Yeah, I might switch around the teams just for today. The thing is, like, I have so many good teams at this stage that I'm not actually like, you know, not that we don't even need this, but I'm not actually like worried too much about like using any teams because we have so many good characters. One of the reasons last time I was talking about how like, you know, the next 5-star I'm gonna wish on. I'm not gonna wish on 5 stars really until I get to a stage where like I have like a bunch of characters leveled up that I want to level up. I've talked about it several times at this stage. That like, you know, there's like Sumeru and Fontaine I think has more characters that I want to level up than combined in both Liyue and Mondstadt altogether, I think. Well, maybe. And I think that's maybe like not entirely accurate. Oh, some lotuses. We could totally see if that's an accurate assumption to make. Where's the other enemy that's just blocking it off? Interesting. Just there's another enemy around here, but we don't know where. Okay. Oh, wait a second. This isn't the place we were before. Is it? I don't think it is. No, because I actually came here in a previous episode, just around this area, just to get some lotuses. Because I was like getting some lotuses for a character, I think, for a particular. Yeah, let's look at the characters again, just so we know exactly what this is the plan. This is the plan. So like all the characters we leveled up in Inazuma and Liyue and Mondstadt. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? And he still needs to be leveled up a bit too. So that's our characters we leveled up, like, to the point that we're happy with. You know, the 80 level, the artifacts, all this stuff. So 10. Let's see. Going forward, 1. Do want to level, I want to level Rosario more. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eventually 6, 7, eventually 8, maybe eventually as well, because I think at this point, like, you know, she's so undeniably fun that I think we're probably gonna have to level her up. I actually might level her up next. Xiangling, yeah. Because what does she take to level up? We could totally, oh my god, I could have her leveled up within like a few days. I could totally level this character up within a few days. Right, so let's go back to this. Then we also have Clorind. We have possibly a Mona as well, but we're gonna again. This is one of those things where it's like when we get to it. That's when we get to it. But just in terms, okay, let's go back and just in terms of like Sumeru and Fontaine. Let's focus on that. Let's focus on that first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are your leveled up items? Beach. Oh, the beach is in Leeway. Where's this enemy? Oh, his one is far off. Okay. So I'll put a timestamp so you can skip this, guys, if you want. But yeah, I'm just trying to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 characters from Fontaine, which isn't too bad. Now, you know what? Now that I've done that, I feel a lot better. I genuinely feel a lot better. Does that make sense? Like, I'm kind of like, okay, that's not too bad. Like, over the course of, like, going through Fontaine and Sumeru and leveling up 14 characters, I could do that. I could do that. It'll take a while, but if I work every day at it, we could do it. So that's why I'm kind of like, I want to maybe, like, make a dent in it. At least get, like, 7 of those characters leveled up. At least get, like, a lot of the Sumeru characters leveled up before we wish on another 5-star that we can't use, you know?
Oh! These are the mechanical parts that were stolen! You really got them back for us!
Now you don't have to gouge prices. He sounds so relieved.
Thank you all so very much. I don't know how I can repay you. Wait, didn't you want to purchase Vasanti?
That's exactly what we wanted to do.
Don't worry about the price. They're on the house. How many do you need?
2 is enough.
Okay.
No, that won't do. Here, I'll throw in some more.
Dude, it's fine.
No need. I've already received a reward from you.
Reward? You mean that bag of mechanical parts? They aren't worth much compared to this merchandise.
But those parts are very useful to me. Just like the Vasanti grass. I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. We're even. Oh, and before we go, just a reminder. The forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem. Even if there were no mechanical crabs,
showing his knowledge about the forest.
Dangers are still present. Take caution on this route.
Again, that's why I love story quests. I love learning more about these characters. Like, again, he's stern. He's nice, he's stern, he's caring, but like the stern aspect and also the aspect of just like getting down to business I really enjoy too.
Noted. Thank you all ever so much.
Let's return to the village. The earlier we can give the child medicine, the sooner he'll start feeling better.
I think that's a good idea. Let's talk to Calais.
Oh, hi there, Traveler and Paimon.
Calais, you are, for some reason, whenever you show up, the sun starts shining. Like, it's just such a normal thing, right?
Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to help grind the medicine?
No need. A precise dosage is required this time, so I'll do it myself.
Fair enough.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my god, and she wants to feel helpful. Like now we know that she's like being like not held back, but she's kind of been told to relax a bit more, especially because of her condition.
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the
There
child.
you go, right? That's something, right?
He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he finds me very approachable.
You do have a very serious tone to you.
I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me a hand.
Sure. I hope this works.
How is he? Doing any better? I feel like he's doing a lot better, and his temperature is returning to normal. That's wonderful! Oh yeah, he asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier, and he told her everything about the toy. Suna didn't get mad, so he wanted to thank you.
That's
Can I
actually the
ask
best
what
possible
happened?
outcome. It's honestly better to rip off the band-aid though, isn't it? When something like that happens, like when you break something or you know, because like denying it for too long is just going to be even worse.
It's nothing. Did you prepare the traveling gear that I asked you to?
Of course I did. Are you going somewhere far away?
Yes, we're going to the contaminated region. Judging by its size, we will likely have to stay overnight. I'm leaving everything to you while I'm gone.
Huh? But I can't even begin to compare to you.
No, like again, this is like the doubts that she has in herself. But honestly, like everyone trusts you, everyone likes you. I haven't heard one person say something bad about you.
Many things are learned by doing.
Yeah.
And once they've been done, you'll realize that they weren't as difficult
Oh my
as you
god,
once thought they
advice
were.
fountain over here. Smartest man in the world. Yeah, this is so true. Like everything seems hard when you're like in your head going, I can't do this, I can't do this. But then when you do, you're like, oh, this wasn't so bad. You know how many times, like, I'll just be honest, one of the things I'm like, if there's like heavily like cut up episode of like a Genshin episode, before I edit, I'm like, there's so many things I have to edit today because I was doing some other stuff and like I came back and forth. And it's like, oh, it's gonna be so difficult. But then like you get it done, you're like, oh, that wasn't bad at all. That wasn't bad. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, like I think in your head, you get in your head sometimes.
Deal with problems as you yourself see fit. You don't have to emulate me.
Another great piece of advice.
That's right. You'll do great, Colin.
She's fantastic, yeah?
All right. Then I'll do my best. Master, Traveler, Paimon, take care of yourselves.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry about
I'm
it.
sure we'll be fine.
God, she's so sweet.
I think you'll understand why once we arrive at the contaminated region. You put too much confidence in me. Anyway, like you said, things will likely be uneventful. Let's return and find that crab.
Let's go. You know what's so like special about like Kalei's journey for me is that it feels really like it is parallel to like Amber's journey too, in a way. Just in a way that like Amber's journey and Kalei's journey, like Amber also felt those doubts amongst herself. She was in a group. She was in a group of people. Now, for Amber's extent, she wasn't sick, so obviously that's a bit different. But Amber was in like a group of people that were some of the best fighters, some of the smartest people, some of the most like, you know, the people who have been through so much in their lives. And she felt as though like she was kind of like not doubted, but like kind of like put into a box where like it felt like, oh, maybe I'm not as good as these people. Maybe I'm not as appreciated as these people. And I think like where Kalei feels kind of similar, not like exactly the same. It's like now she's kind of feeling like I'm around this like a really incredible person who everyone respects. And like right now, my sickness is making sure that I'm not going to be able to do this as well as I thought I would. And I wonder if that's like, you know, going to affect her later on as well. The thing is, like, you know, there's nothing she can do about her illness. It's very sad that she's even like, you know, has to think about this in any way, shape, or form. But at the same time, I truly believe that just like Amber, she's going to find her place. And she's going to find her happiness within this world. Oh, you can just do this? Oh. You learn something new every day. I think the big difference is that while Kalei feels like useless because of her illness, Amber never felt useless. Amber felt like, I can do this. I am more than able to do this. Let me do this, right? But it is similar in a way of like, you know, being surrounded by someone that you feel like is absolutely incredible and you have to live up to, I guess. It's gone? Is it gone?
We're here. This should be...
Yeah, where's the crab?
Huh? Where's the crab?
The traps weren't triggered, so it should still be here. Odd.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder, did it like... Oh, it is here. Okay, it was hiding. Are you hiding? Okay, you're kind of cute. Kind of cute. It's here.
You honored our agreement and waited here until we
Yeah.
returned.
Adorable.
As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another mechanical part. Keep it safe. I'm not giving you another one if you lose it. Glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the contaminated region. I want to see what happened there. What caused the Avidia forest to become like this?
Yeah, I love the sternness of his character. I really do. Like, and it's just not, it's not because like I love a character who's like a bit like, it's not because he's not rude whatsoever. Like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I think like the difference between Alhaitham's character and Alhaitham's not rude either. I do think Alhaitham is literally just someone who just like is not bothered by a lot of the things that normal people are bothered by, which makes him an interesting character as well. Because again, a character who is bothered by a lot of things that other people are bothered by is also an interesting character, but it's the contrast between each character that makes them so interesting. Because you can have a character that I absolutely adore, like an Amber, who's so plucky and so cheerful, and that's an interesting character. And then like what you do is at the same time then is you have another character who is like Alhaitham, who again makes Amber better, who makes Lisa better, because Lisa's someone who's like, you know, very, very kind of like flirty and very like, you know, like in your face with a lot of her flirtatiousness. You have a character like Jean who's so dedicated to everything. You know, you have characters like Hu Tao, who is like so like creepily lovely, if that makes sense, of how much she's into the idea of like talking about people's deaths, and then like you find out it's a lot more emotional behind it too. But that's the reason why these characters are so good. It's not because it's like, oh, I love a character who like is really stern. It's like I love them because they make themselves better by being such a different character, and they improve every other character because other characters are different to them too. And I freaking adore that. I adore that about Genshin. No character is exactly the same as another character. They borrow traits from each other. They learn from each other. But they're not the same. Because I don't think, again, Alhaitham's like, oh, I don't really, he's kind of like, the way I describe it, he's the type of guy that would like order a coffee and like, if he got his order wrong, he'd walk out of the store and be all the way home by the time he realizes that it's the wrong order, because he doesn't even like check. You know? Whereas like Tighnari would be like, listen, I understand that you're working hard, and it is pretty difficult to work in a coffee shop, but you got the wrong order here, and in future someone's not going to be as nice, you know? Like I feel like he's like the very stern, even though like, you know, that's kind of like I don't think he'd do that, but you know what I mean? It's like a lot more stern when it comes to it. Sayu, let's go.
I'm out of here.
So what is here? Set off for the containment region? Okay, yeah. Okay, we just have to go into the circle.
So this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. Oh, it definitely looks different from normal.
It does, you're right.
It's like really creepy and suffocating.
Great description of it, actually.
Do you feel unwell at all?
Doing fine so far?
Good. It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance against the contaminated region's influence.
How do you know that?
Well, I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted quite a few controlled experiments. My observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal?
They're more colorful, yet they're very bright, like they're shining.
This flower species is formerly known as the Sumeru rose.
It's a beautiful
but
flower.
It is also known as the leyline lodestar. They're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying amounts of light in response. Excessive brightness indicates a dangerous level of leyline activity in the surrounding area.
Oh, wow.
From the looks of things, the ley lines around here are already out of control.
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now, but I think that is the case. Let's take another look around and see if we can discover more clues.
Man, I'm actually like super I think this quest is like super tailored to, again, like this is why the story quest is so cool. It's super tailored to Tighnari, right? Super tailored. This is the location we were before, right? When we stopped the other withering?
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire time.
Paimon, that is so smart. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that.
The birds used to chirp really lively, and there were a lot of foxes.
The contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy, which is probably the root cause of the patient's cognitive disturbances. Some animals have keen awareness. They sensed something abnormal in this area and fled.
Yep, 100%. It's like the way when you see a bunch of birds going one direction, like maybe this is not true, but like my parents used to say that there's like a bad rain coming or bad weather coming if you see like a bunch of birds in a row like running, not running, flying. If I saw them running, I'd be scared.
Can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, we also gradually habituate to our surrounding environment.
Okay.
Climate, temperature, humidity, intensity of ley line energies. When people live under fixed conditions, they reach a sort of homeostasis with their environment. This equilibrium is broken when the surrounding environment abruptly changes, causing people's bodies to react in abnormal ways. If normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However, the average person cannot adapt to changes in ley line energy, and so they fall ill.
Yeah. Okay.
Then why are we okay?
I'm not sure why you are, but he and I are fine because our elemental capabilities allow us to adapt to this kind of change.
That's such a subtle way of questioning who Paimon is, right? It's like, why are you okay? Right?
Of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in
Of
areas
course.
concentrated ley line energy. The only one who can freely traverse this place is probably the mechanical crab. That's about it for the investigation. Help me find an open space. I want to test something.
Yep. No, like, again, that's such a subtle way of questioning who Paimon is, right? Like, the idea of, like, I don't know why you are okay in this. And just, like, moving past it. Man, the water looks so cool, too. Like, the way, like, it kind of, like, it's not murky. It's kind of, like, densely, like, populated with, like, all this, like, moss and stuff. Like, this frog spawn. So, like, it makes it, like a little less clear, but it doesn't feel dirty. You know what I mean? It feels, like, natural. It's really neat. There's another flower over here.
Environment. No wind. Target parameters. Normal. Setup complete. Excellent. Looks like it's working.
What's this?
A purification device I made. It can absorb excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and cover the entire region!
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, once this contamination is present, it isn't something that a few purification devices can fix.
Right.
The
So it's like you have to, like-
devices have their limits.
Okay.
At best, they can only prevent the contaminated region from expanding temporarily.
Right, so it's kind of like a power to, like, heal someone. Like, it's like you heal the wounds, but it like, you stop them from bleeding, but the wound isn't healed. Is kind of the way to
If
look at
we
it.
want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the ley line effluence, we'll need to tackle the source.
At the heart of the contaminated region?
That's right.
Kilo. Oh, you see something?
Huh? The mechanical crab is acting a little strange.
Something's approaching.
Tighnari just getting ready for a fight, by the way.
So that's it. Now that the ley line energy has stabilized, the monsters that had left are starting to return.
Look how calm he is.
Get rid of them quickly. Don't let them get close to the purification
Fair enough,
device.
let's do this. It's Sayu time.
By royal decree.
I love doing this. It's like literally one of my favorite moves ever. Just spinning around in circles with them.
Whew. That's all of them.
You okay, Kalu? Wait, how are you gonna respond to these guys?
Hey! Where are you? Wait for us! Let's hurry and keep up.
It's yeah, I wonder like how's he gonna react to these guys?
The mechanical crab went that way. Let's keep up.
Just someone needs help. Wait, what? Of course. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's normal. Like, we've heard about people, you know, going into the withering zones before and going into the contamination zones. Like, there was a kid in there too, so it's like not like unnatural to see someone in here like this. Wow. They really thought they could kill Sayu. Honestly, like 3 healers on a team would be hilarious if we had Barbara on the team as well. What you guys think? But then again, Xingqiu is so good with this as well with defense and stuff. So like, I'm not really like too pressed about that, you know?
Let me weave you a verse.
There we go. I love doing this. Look at this. Just spin around on one enemy like that. Yeah, it makes sense. At first I was like, okay, why is there a person here? But then it's like, okay, but like they always like venture into here and they always get trapped. That's one of the reasons why we're worried about the actual withering zones. Along with it being like damaging to the forest.
Hey, are you okay?
These injuries are superficial. Don't move. I'll patch you up.
This is why I called him Daddy Tighnari, right? Because like when he's like
who are you all?
When he's like taking care of someone, it's very like much like how like the traditional like kind of like, you know, idea of a father would be, you know, hey, it's a rub some dirt in it, come on, get up, you know, hey, you gotta be honest with your friend, you know, tell him the truth. You know, I actually kind of think it's like very, very sweet. And then when he's with Calais, you know, his favorite, he's like a softie.
Don't worry, we took care of him.
Oh, good. That's
Jesus, the relief in this guy.
It's a monster! Hurry, attack it!
No, man. It's Kalu, it's our friend.
How do we explain this? Krabby here.
Okay, Krabby's a good name too.
It heard you shouting for help and brought us here to rescue you.
It's faking it. It has to be. Maybe it's gonna partner up with the other mechanical monsters and kill me. Do you know what's inside the forest? It's all crawling with mechanical freaks.
Yeah, but not Krabby.
I just came here to pick herbs.
Yeah.
But I accidentally went into the contaminated region and almost died.
Yeah, this is why there's no need to be ever like shocked why we find people in these contaminated regions, because again, it's probably so easy to like venture in there, you know?
I gotta get out of here. Oh, yes. Yes. I have to escape. Be careful. These mechanical life forms are up to no good. It'd be best if you stayed far, far away from them.
So he said life forms. He was talking about the other life forms as well, of course, the ones he was attacked by.
No wonder the academia wanted to completely ban the existence of mechanical life forms. Those things should be annihilated.
I don't trust a single gosh darn thing that is said by the academia, if I'm being honest with you.
Are you okay?
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption.
Oh.
He's been inside the contaminated region for too long.
So he's like not thinking straight.
We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village.
I know it's not the time to say, but I can't get over how like his outfit looks like he's wearing like a wetsuit or a bodysuit or a body warmer. It's like really neat.
When he gets to the village, someone will bring him to Calais for help. I already prepared medication that will return him to normal.
Heck yeah. It looks like it's expecting something or a reward.
So, you think you did a good job and want a part as your reward?
Oh God. Huh? That's kind of cute.
It's so hard to understand.
All right. Regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this time. That's why I'll give you another mechanical part. Need any help with it?
Culo.
Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. What was going through your owner's mind when he made you? I wonder. You're like a giant mechanical crab on the outside and a fluffy little hamster on the inside.
True, so true.
And also, how do you feel about that person saying that you're as evil as the other mechanical life forms?
He's like, what?
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
It seems like it possesses limited understanding, only towards matters related to mechanical
Probably what it was
components.
designed for.
help others to get parts. That's probably its thought process. As for why it, rather, its owner, is collecting so many components, I'm not sure. It's getting late. Let's set up camp for the night. We'll explore further tomorrow after a night's rest.
This is like, oh, camping with Tighnari is gonna be really.
Over here.
Oh.
Come on, you big lummox. Raise your head and look up.
Okay, he's not beating the dad allegations. He's not. The dad allegations are so true. Up here, come on now. On this way.
Let's set up camp here.
For sure not beating the dad allegations. For sure not beating the dad allegations.
Alright, Paimon also thinks it's a good spot.
Oh. Any particular reason?
This place is perfect to put up a big tent.
True.
We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of delicious food.
A very Paimon reason.
You're not wrong. But the primary reason for choosing this place is because its higher elevation keeps us away from the water vapor below.
Smart. Daddy Tighnari.
Rainforests are very wet. You should always be careful when spending the night in damp places.
Look, teaching us everything about we need to know about the world.
Tasks at hand. Let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent. You'll be in charge of making the fire, and Paimon will forage for edibles nearby.
Paimon's good at finding food.
Leave it to Paimon. Paimon's a pro.
She is a pro.
I'm not expecting that much. Just do what you can. That's right. You can use rushes to start a fire in the wilderness.
Okay. The allegations are correct. 10 years in prison for being a dad.
Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downside is that they produce a lot of smoke.
Traveler!
Oh no!
Paimon couldn't find any food!
Oh, but it's okay.
Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. They were all sort of weird-looking mushrooms, but Paimon didn't. Paimon also saw wild
I did not mean to
berries
skip that. I
on the
literally pressed the thing, but I want to hear it again.
Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. They were all sort of weird-looking mushrooms, but Paimon didn't know which ones were edible. Paimon also saw wild berries on the ground, and Paimon was gonna fly over and pick them up, but the dead leaves on top suddenly started moving.
Oh,
Paimon out.
like again, you're in a new place. Everything's kind of scary. You know?
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predators. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they fled. Little did they know that you were more scared than they were. Never mind. The tent's up, so you two go rest.
Yeah.
I'll forage for
And when I
food.
say he's like a dad, he reminds me of like, not like, because like the thing is like, obviously like, you know, like my dad never knew how to like, do like forest stuff. I'd say, well, he probably could survive, but like it reminds me of like the TV show dads we grew up with. You know, like the ones that like you everyone talked. Well, I guess like everyone has a universal experience of that type of dad who's like, all right, let's go camping. You know. Did you find food?
Oh, you found some
What a
already.
sweetheart. You have my gratitude. Paimon was scared. Paimon was scared.
Paimon understands it this time. It wants mechanical parts.
There we go.
again.
Paimon can even speak Kulu or Krabi.
Sorry, no part this time.
Oh?
That task
Fell to
wasn't
the force.
important enough. If every little thing resulted in a reward, then it might start to take advantage of the system.
He's like setting out little lessons as well.
I'll note little things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time.
Are you running low on parts?
That is one reason.
It looks really sad.
After some further thought, it might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it something.
Okay.
All right, here's another for
No,
you.
you're a softie. You're a softie. You're a little softie. You're a stern softie.
I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shifts on lookout duty tonight. You two can sleep first. I'll wake you up later.
We need lookouts?
Yes.
Again, he's so smart. Like, again, this is just really
Even
good at
though most
preparing for all
animals
this stuff.
fled because of the ley lines, we can't completely let down our guard.
Okay.
It's settled then. I'll set up some pest repelling devices so poisonous insects don't come crawling into the tent. Have a good night. Not too good, though.
Okay, so go into the tent to rest.
You're still awake?
Oh, okay. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. So we just have to rest in the tent. This is actually very sweet. They're getting to go on a camping trip with Tighnari. Wait, which is our tent? It doesn't matter? Or which is our bedroll?
Paimon's getting sleepy. Is this because of the ley line?
Maybe. I'm not sure, Paimon.
It's been a while since we camped outside like this. This is like when we just started adventuring together. Nighty-night.
Nighty-night. Yeah, no, honestly, like, yeah, that's like what I always like really appreciate with this dude. Like, they're always ready for a lot of like situations just because they've been through so much.
You're awake earlier than I
Wait,
expected.
did we even take
Did
shifts?
you sleep well?
Oh no, we're taking shifts now. Okay. Very well, we'll say. Very well.
That's good. I was worried that you two wouldn't be able to sleep, so I used 2 of my homemade incenses.
Oh, really cool.
Don't worry. They're made from all natural ingredients. They have a light fragrance and aren't harmful to the body. Speaking of which, have you seen the crab?
Did it move away?
It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went.
Are you wary of it?
So you can tell. My suspicion is less towards the crab and more directed to its unrevealed owner. A ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. Someone probably disrupted the natural flow of the ley lines. Until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. The academia has banned mechanical lifeform research for years, so the origin of these creatures is very suspect.
Awesome. I think he's going to tell us some stuff about this.
Topics related to mechanical lifeforms were popular in the Sponta mod for a time. Some of my juniors had also thrown themselves into such research.
I'd actually love to learn more about how he feels about like the current state of the academia anyway, you know? And he was so right for not like wanting to go in with them like and join up with them again after everything that we like, because he must know there's some sort of like deeper thing happening with them as well, or at least like gets a hunch at least.
They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge to create a new and practical life form that could help humanity conquer nature. However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, a machine is innately a construct that receives and executes commands. They can never possess self-awareness like us or other living organisms. In their pursuit to discover the differences between mechanical and biological life forms, zealous researchers performed unregulated vivisections and other absurdly cruel experiments on animals. Research on mechanical life forms was thus banned.
Right, so like, oh, that's actually horrible. So in the process of trying to find a new way of like progressing forward with the research, they used animals.
The irony is that the researchers became even more impetuous afterward. Who knows? Maybe the subject will be unbanned in a few years.
So my thought process in this was very wrong, and I think it became, and it's because it's like, you know, we have a dealing with the academia already, but I think that this is one of those cases where it's like, okay, they were right in this sense, and they're not always wrong, right? They're not always going to be like everything they do is wrong. Some things they have to do right, or else people would be kind of like F these guys like all the time. So it wasn't because they made like a gigantic mechanical rune guard. It was because they were experimenting on animals.
That's a difficult question to answer.
Okay.
I am interested in the topic of mechanical life, but I don't like the researchers' attitudes.
Because the conquest of nature is bad, which I would agree.
It's just my personal
Yeah,
opinion.
but you're right.
My ancestors and the Veluca Shuna of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. The bloodline of my people was born from this symbiotic relationship. So to me, all life is important. To understand life, you must first respect it.
Yeah, and I think that's like such an important like topic here in Sumeru, especially when we have the Aranara as well, and the way they respect us. And there is like this thing where it's like it feels like there is a disconnect sometimes, especially now since like we know that we've been told we're being, that we're basically being told that we have to forget all of our dreams, forget the Aranara as we grow up, and this is like a tactic that the academia were having at that point, and like it shows a lack of respect for the nature of this place, a lack of respect for the world, in my opinion. And I feel like it's while there is like places like where Tighnari is in the village, Gandaharaville, is that's what you call it, or how you pronounce it, that does have respect and like lives symbiotically with nature. There's places we've seen so far that like probably like they live in nature, but they wouldn't be as harmonious with it,
Life is not an expendable commodity, and knowledge should not be wielded like a scepter. These are the points of contention I have with some researchers, and
there we go.
Why I left the academia.
Awesome to find this out.
Once you start placing yourself above other life forms, I mean, what kind of results do you expect to get from researching pure life with impure intentions?
And like while there's different levels to it, right? Like while we could say like, okay, like they're like, oh, it's not that bad, they're experimenting on animals, even though it is pretty freaking bad, right? Or you could look at the other cases with the academia, it's like, oh, they only care about like progressing their research and stuff like this. The end result of all of this is someone like Dotori. Or Dotori. That is the end result of like allowing this to progress and no one stopping you from progressing along with your weird experiments. And we saw what he did in the manga. We saw him turn a human life form into a mechanical creature. We saw this. Which, like, again, like, one of the most, like, harrowing and horrible things to see in all of that manga was him turning an actual human life form into a mechanical beast that only knew about destruction, no longer had its life, but was in constant pain because it still had parts of its memories. Horrible stuff.
Really? Well.
No, I think you're totally right. I think you're totally right. Oh, he's back.
Coffee?
What?
Did you prepare this for us?
I think he wants a reward. No, like, that's actually very sweet.
All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, I'll give you another part. You're not planning on using it? Many of your own parts are critically degraded, and you're running low on power. All right, suit yourself. Oh, and thanks for the coffee, but I'm about to go to sleep. Leave it with him. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
Yeah, this is an amazing conversation. I'm glad we had the conversation. I wanted to know more about that. I wanted to know why he didn't want to go with the academia. It's actually really cool to see. And I feel like it relates again to like Dotori being here. And like adds a layer to his character too. And how we feel about him.
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire night.
Your punishment is solo watch duty. It's okay. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it whatsoever.
You're not mad?
Not at all. Are you kidding me? Paimon needs to sleep.
Don't worry. Paimon will be sure to stay awake next time.
That's like, imagine actually like getting like angry at Paimon for like sleeping. Paimon, you sleep as much as you want.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. A quick question. Do you feel off at all?
I'm a little dizzy. Maybe it's...
Me too. The farther in we go,
right,
the closer we get to the source of the ley line effluence. We'll be heading out earlier today. I'll take down the tent, and you two...
They added a line there.
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame.
He's always thinking about the forest.
Also, retrieve the pest repelling devices from last night.
Always thinking.
We don't want to affect the ecosystem here.
Great character writing here.
Got it. Paimon will take care of the fire.
Yeah, and we'll do the pest repelling
All right.
devices.
Let's meet back here later.
No, it's just like, again, it's good character writing because it's not just, it's like, again, it's the idea of like, instead, they could have easily just had him go over and over again and be like, I care about the forest, I care about the forest. A very realistic thing. Hey, put out the fire so it doesn't set the forest on fire. Don't damage the ecosystem of this place, so take these things out. It's like it's such a simple thing. Such a simple thing, but it shows exactly who their character is without making it feel forced. I love it. You okay, Paimon? Love it. Absolutely love it.
All right. It's about time to head out. As we go further in, we may encounter more berserk machines. The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be wise to avoid conflict. Try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contamination.
This is the closest thing we're gonna get to having our mom and dad with us, you know? Paimon and Tighnari. This is so cool.
The closer we get to the contamination source, the more mechanical monsters that appear.
Like, just getting to explore this type of, like, forest area is so beautiful to me. You know? Like, it means the world to me. I love doing this. Look at this. Like, it's so simple, but it's, like, such a, like, a cool mechanic. Look at that! And then we have a good weapon, too, but we haven't upgraded their talents as much as, like, we probably should. But we will. We will be upgrading talents as we go forward. Talents are so important. There was a time when, like, I think you guys remember, like, where I pure neglected talents, not because, like, I was, like, trying to, like, you know, because I was, like, doing it intentionally. So there was genuinely, like, a thing where it was like I like didn't understand the mechanics fully. There was like, do you remember, like, when we started this playthrough and, like, there was legitimately a time where, like, I thought, okay, I'm just gonna have Amber. I'm just gonna have Amber. I'm gonna have Kaya. I'm gonna have Sayu. Just that's my team forever. You know, that's my team forever. And I do appreciate. I definitely need to, like, use Sayu better for sure. But no, sometimes we use Sayu right, and sometimes we don't. You know. I think in a big group, Sayu is gonna be fantastic as well. Oh. That's another thing, like, that I, like, remember so much about
No, my sword.
Starting this game too. If you guys remember this as well, like, one of the things I used to, like, absolutely, like, adore about playing this game was, like, we used to, like, use, like, who was Amber at the time? We used to do the charged attack for our character, like, all the time. Like, every second of the day we're using our charged character for their attack, like the charged bow attack. And now we barely use it because we're using more, like, of the other abilities, I guess. I thought this would, like, give her some fire on her stuff, but I guess I'm wrong. I think because they're already in the water, it is kind of difficult. But yeah, I'll get better with Sayu. I'll definitely get better with Sayu. In fact, oh. Look, someone's been responding by Hilly shows. 1 second, I'll help you out in a second. I just want to read Sayu's abilities again, just to be like, no, it's because it's a reaction. You grab the reaction and you bring it forth with you into another reaction. Right? I just need to get better at it. I love going through this forest. With Krabby.
It stopped here.
Oh, maybe that was his extra mission, the poor person. Okay, that person's dead.
Upon closer inspection, the plants here are really different. Ley line energies are also stronger here. This may be the place we've been looking for. Ready yourselves? We're going in.
Ready yourselves. Wait, oh, it's a domain. Okay, I didn't expect a domain, but okay, let's go. Yeah, I think the only way we're going to get better with Sayu as well and using the different abilities is to just use Sayu. Oh, we get to use Tighnari. Okay. Let's read Tighnari's talents because I don't want to use them improperly. But I still will even though I read the talents for sure. Charge attack, performance, and more precise aim shot with the increased damage. While aiming... okay, that's the normal attack, yeah. Tighnari throws a Vinyara Stormheart ahead that deals AoE dendro damage, creating a Vinya Kanda field that creates mysterious illusions that taunt opponents and draw their fire. Additionally, Tighnari gains a Vijnana Sufficient effect that will decrease the wreath arrow's charging time by 2.4%. This effect will dissipate once the skill duration ends or Tighnari has fired 3 wreath arrows. So it throws a Stormheart that does AoE dendro damage. Cool. So it draws their fire towards them. Okay. And then the actual big ability here is combine the power of all seeds to fire 6 Tangalenvine shafts that can track opponents and deal dendro damage. After they hit, the shafts create a secondary wave of Tangalenvine shafts that can also cause... Okay. Do not seek escape so easily. The vines grow and regrow ever on. This might be dicey if you don't clear every last one of them out.
There's a ton of mechanical monsters here. They made this place their lair.
Looks like there's no way to sneak by. Let's take care of them quickly.
So that's the AoE dendro. He's also an archer as well. I don't care. Yeah, it's 100% intentional. By the way, that the people in Clay's life are like that she loves the most, that she cares about the most, are all like archers, right? It's like 100% the case, you know. Okay, so I want to like get some... Well, actually we could vaporize.
By royal decree.
And shroud.
So this move here, like look at that. That's so freaking neat. That's such a neat move. This is a really interesting domain as well. Look at this in the middle. It's like an incense burner like we saw before.
What is this?
I've seen like, yeah, I don't feel too well.
Leyline energy is spilling out from here.
Whoa.
This device, it's extracting
what?
energy from the ley lines without end. Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences?
What the hell?
The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves if their flow is perpetually disrupted
that is
like this.
Crazy.
That's terrible. We have to stop it.
Can we just break it, or will that have some bad consequences?
Let Paimon see.
Oh, Paimon looking for controls right away?
Paimon doesn't see controls anywhere.
I'm starting to feel dizzy.
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in leyline energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body. Take Paimon and get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn this
we
thing
left
off.
Nihida last time and it made me feel bad for the rest of the day. We can't leave you here, buddy.
But you're also vulnerable
Yeah.
to the ley lines, right? We're staying. We
Yes,
can't leave you here by
100%.
Then let's look for it together. If there's no control unit here, then there must be a trap door somewhere.
I'm so glad he accepted our help. Oh, did you find something? Krabby found something.
You know where it is? Hey, wait for us.
Keep up.
Krabby helping out. Krabby's one of the crew. Krabby's like another party member. So this thing here, like we've seen one of these before. Maybe it is just like,
What's this? It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful and watch your step.
this is like a research area. It almost looks like Albedo would live here. There's like a cage though. That worries me.
Look! Someone's here!
Wait, are you sleeping or are you being experimented on?
You're the one that's taking the ley line's energy!
Paimon, they're literally like asleep.
Now! Why aren't you saying anything? Too ashamed?
Paimon.
His body is cold.
Yeah, Paimon.
It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken, likely from chronic malnourishment and stress.
Paimon.
He collapsed and never got back up. What exactly happened here?
Can you imagine Paimon going to a funeral and being like, "Hey, were you the one who took my last bit of peanut butter?" What? No, too ashamed to answer?
Almost forgot about you. Here.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Last one.
Oh, look at that soft smile.
What is it doing?
I'm not sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place was a laboratory. We should find a repository of research documents if we keep going. The file room will definitely give us some clues, so let's go take a look. Maybe we can piece together what happened here.
This is really neat. And like the fact that, yeah, like it's just like this body lying here right in front of us. Yeah, there definitely was some experiments going on here, for sure. Official, take a seat. The princess shouldn't be standing up for too long. There we go. This is gonna be the rest of the video. Like, she created another universe and founded paradise. Like, so, you know, if you guys did that, you could probably, like, you know, take a seat too.
It's huge in here!
This place is very secluded. It's a natural hiding spot.
It's beautiful, though.
Pipes continue further. Let's head in.
Like, the music is gorgeous, by the way. The music is gorgeous. The music's making me feel like it's gonna be a lot more somber than, like, aggravating, you know, to what we find.
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a tape recording used for an experiment, and based on its serial number, it's from 2 years ago.
Huh?
Tape recording?
Yeah.
Yes. The Spontamod created a device that visually records experiments and consolidates the final production.
Oh my god, we're
into
learning
a
about tape recordings?
However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely stable. That's why they are only used in some laboratories and do not see wider usage.
Okay.
Come on, let's watch it.
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape.
Oh my god. Yeah, not beating the allegations.
This should do it.
Hold on. This is gonna be super interesting.
Kakata? Kakata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone?
That's Kakata?
There you are. Look here. This is our new home. I, Abatsui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those ancient fossils at the Academia. Oh, you're also quite happy. Kakata, do you know what we're about to do?
Was he doing experiments? Oh no, behind the Academia's back.
Yes, I thought not. Listen up, Kakata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. The technology will be unlike anything else that exists. I'll use mechanical organs, and electric currents will course through them like blood. A steel-cast heart that will beat forever, and a brain of myriad components that can think like mine.
This is super weird.
Inspiration from the ruins and the research that the Academia had banned. I hope everything can start anew from this place. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a
There's
true
nothing boring
living
about
being.
him.
It's fine. You will understand. One day, you will understand me.
Karkata is the mechanical crab, right? And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the
Banned
academia?
research. Oh no.
I remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui.
No.
He was expelled from the academia for researching mechanical life forms.
Oh dear Lord, no.
Junior researcher?
Yeah? What's wrong?
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, doesn't Abatui look older than you?
I'm super worried about what the outcome of this is going to be.
He is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so subsequent students generally considered me as their senior.
Oh.
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people, always dragged me into pictures. I felt like some kind of animal on display. That isn't important. Let's go and see if we can find other tape recordings.
I think it's because everyone loves your ears, by the way. Everyone I've talked to loves his ears. This is super worrying. This is super, super worrying. Oh, I'm bracing myself, man. I feel something sad, something dark is coming.
Look! Paimon found another tape! A date is written on it. Let Paimon see. It's from a half a year ago!
That's quite the time gap. I wonder what happened in between.
Oh, I don't think I'm ready for whatever this is going to show.
That you malfunctioned because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you.
So that's why he
Or
made
is
coffee.
there an
Oh
issue with my
no.
set parameters?
He taught him how to make coffee.
All right, there you go. Water entered the chela and caused it to short circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the ganglion. Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. I swapped in some new parts, so you should be all right now. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. We're tight on money right now, so we don't have a lot of parts.
And is that why he saw parts as being like super important? Because they're so tight on money? This is going to be... Oh no.
I'm glad. Karkata, did you know?
He was probably trying to bring parts back to his
I
master.
dreamed that you could talk. Aren't the bunch at the academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics? They were blown away when they saw us talking with each other. Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. You're so simple that you probably wouldn't even notice if I died.
Jesus.
Never mind. I should probably be worrying about next month's power.
So talking about money problems, you're obviously going to get
After
research
Abatui
grants.
left the academia, everyone lost contact with him. I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms. Instead, he had holed up here and continued his experiments.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out Karkata's broken parts.
Right.
Why would he mess with ley lines?
He mentioned something about power. Maybe like he was running out of like things to power him up.
Let's keep looking around.
Yeah. Oh no. Like I can just like I can feel this energy of this area that doesn't feel like it's, you know, when you entered, like when we entered like Albedo's research facility, it felt like very like safe and it felt very like nice to be there. Entering into here, it feels kind of like kind of creepy, kind of dark. It feels strange.
Following the serial numbers, the next recording should be here. The writing is sloppy. Perhaps his state of mind had changed. There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. It doesn't seem like Abatui put it there.
Maybe Karkata helped him with sorting.
It's hard to say. These are the last two tape recordings. Let's watch them.
Trying to get his attention.
Sorry, Karkata. I was just thinking about something.
Oh, the voice has even
Today might
changed.
become a special day. In my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's instincts.
Oh, man.
When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize your survival command and proactively recharge or replace your parts.
So that's why maybe he's trying to get all the different parts.
That is a very dangerous thing. And today, I did something even more dangerous.
This guy's drained.
I've officially activated the 3rd generation ley line extractor. The ley lines
It's
will
not
serve
good.
as our
It's not
power
good.
source from now on. Conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a large amount of power. Even if I scrimped and saved, the more I have wouldn't last for long. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. I don't know what's driving me to continue with this research anymore. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I want to turn you into a living, breathing...
It seems like taking the experiments a bit too far, though, right? Like, how would this work? And Kahlua, of course, wants it.
I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata.
Oh.
Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. All you can do is execute limited responses
Don't say that to Krabby.
based on preset commands or keywords. Karkata, I wish you could speak to me, even just once.
This is so freaking heavy. It's so heavy.
Yes, you cannot understand me, so you cannot answer me either. It is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. Life goes on, and I have to as well. I don't have any other choice. This is
Another tape. I'm just like mesmerized by this as well. This is like
If I place another 2 control modules here to simulate the brain's thalamus. Oh, of course my heart decides to act up now.
Oh,
man. I cut medication from our expenses. Karkata, come help me.
What's poor Karkata got to do?
Strange. I feel weak.
Why cutting medication from your expenses, man? That's not good.
Oh no, I have to shut down the extractor. Shut it off. If we let them recharge indefinitely, they'll...
Oh, he's thinking like, oh my god, like if I die here, if I pass out here, they're gonna charge like constantly, even without me being here.
Right. I never input a command to shut down the
Oh,
extractor.
Jesus Christ.
So you don't understand what I'm saying. In the end, it's just like the academia said. Mechanical life forms only bring danger. My research... Was there any point to it at all?
Holy hell.
I'm sorry, Karkata. In the end, I still wasn't able to turn you into a true mechanical life form.
This is heartbreaking.
I see. So, the ley line effluence was an accident. After Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously drew out power from the ley line extractor. This eventually resulted in severe damage to the ley lines.
I feel like sick. This is so much.
Paimon understands. Then why didn't Karkata go haywire like the other machines?
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. To Abatui, for a machine to truly be considered a mechanical life form, it must possess features similar to any other living organism. It should be structured similarly, it must be able to cry and laugh, and it must have the capacity for independent thought.
There's a lot of like variables here.
Perhaps only by building such a machine could he have the academia acknowledge his protracted research. But if he had slowed down and saw Karkata as a friend instead of as an experimental product, he would have noticed.
One of those rare times where like I was opening my mouth and nothing was coming out. Like I didn't even know what to say. Like I was trying to say something and I just couldn't.
Karkata can't speak, and yet it cares about Abatui
Holy hell.
far more than it does about itself.
Dear Christ. Like, I haven't had this many times when I'm doing like quests in this game, but like this feeling of just like I'm trying to like say a million and one things that are going through my head, and like every time I try to say that aspect of it, like nothing comes out. Like what I'm feeling right now is kind of like this little creature that we love, Krabby, Karkata, cared so much about this dude, but this dude couldn't see the forest from the trees. He couldn't see that it wasn't just about making him the perfect little machine or perfect little life form. This creature already loved this dude and cared so much about this dude.
What does that mean?
You'll see in a bit, but before that, we have a more urgent task at hand. First, let's find the control unit for the ley line extractor and shut it down.
So sad. Like, it's devastatingly sad to me. Oh yeah, we have Tighnari, me being like, oh, we don't have any guy. Like, I was like, literally, like this little creature is so adorable. So adorable. And again, oh. Wow, okay. It's so hard to get to see past like your own
More of this
plans.
transparent flooring. It feels like a maze.
This is so cool. This is so cool. Wait. Where do you want me to go from here? Just back on the transparent flooring? This is so neat. Look at this. I'm actually a massive fan of visuals that do this. Maybe it's not over here. Maybe there's like something we have to activate. So we started here. Oh, here. I couldn't even see it, sorry. Like, it's kind of like this, like really magical feeling, right? You're obviously not walking on, like, the air. But it's that feeling of, like, being above all this stuff. And it is kind of like, again, that symbiotic likeness of, like, like, of being with nature, right? What is that creature up there?
Keep up.
It's like a bubble machine. Like traversal in Sumeru.
Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely.
Do we start from the start?
Land's here.
Wait, where do we start from? Oh, we need to go down. Okay. I was like, where do we go here?
One with the forest.
Everybody stand back!
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Get a little swirl action going on here with this guy. Yeah, like, This is like, again, I think we kind of pictured it being kind of a little bit somber when we first came in here, just because of how like
I'll uproot you.
like just because of how like sad the music was and how somber the music was. It didn't feel like a usual domain where you go into it and you're like, okay, try to get things done. It felt like there was like a dark force being involved in this already, you know? Not even a dark force, but more like a dark inner turmoil is probably the way to put it. Like not a because if like a dark force implies like evilness, right? And I think more what it was is like it felt kind of like when we first heard that music when we entered this place, it felt like something like sad, something sad and darker was here.
Let's nip that in the bud. Can't see?
Witness the power of Gugwa. Huh?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Where'd you go? Over here? Let's go. Because you have Oz as well doing some stuff over here. Oh, is Oz gone already? That's fair enough. Oz has to work hard.
One with the force. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the last? I'm kind of worried about even
This
seeing
should
anything
be
else.
The control unit. Once we turn it off, the leyline extractor should also
Okay, that's
shut
good.
down.
That's good. Okay.
Without an external force damaging the ley lines, they should start to slowly repair themselves. Oh, but I bet you two are more worried about Karkata. Let's head back.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't know how to feel really. Like I'm just like feeling a lot of things at once.
Keep up. Keep up.
Trying to check if they didn't. No, they'd pointed out if there was a chest there for sure. I forgot we can't climb in domains. Oh, I guess we can. You okay, Kaka? Oh, and he's like, Stan, no, don't do this. Guys, that's gonna do it for the end. I'm not doing this.
Keep up.
I can't do this. Stop. No! 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 He's trying to make him better by giving the parts because that's what made him better. That's so sad. No, stop, stop. He's giving him all the parts. He doesn't even care about himself. He's giving him all the parts so he can feel better. That's devastating. Stop, 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 stop. That's so sad. Like, even though he's losing his power. Fuck. Oh, it's Paimon, it's right, it's depressing. It's absolutely depressing.
So,
hell.
Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its owner?
That's too much. This game has been kicking my ass lately. This game is murdering me lately. That's so sad. It's so sad.
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death.
It just gets worse. The knife is getting twisted. Jesus, man.
However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when
Yeah.
it malfunctioned, and how that restored it to an operational
He's
state.
trying to make his master better. He's trying to make his friend better.
It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it is like a small child
Oh, stop.
that imitates
Stop.
what adults
Please.
do.
I can't take this much longer. This is, and again, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful story, but it's so difficult. Oh my god.
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts. But it can't repair its owner, no matter how hard it tries.
And it kept doing stuff good for us so that we could give it parts. Like, I kept, like, making us coffee. That is so, like, I keep saying, that's the saddest thing.
Yes. But the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair Abatui. Who knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that
Holy
Abatui had
hell.
installed. If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia. It might have been possible to achieve this with ancient technology, but no one has been able to do the same with modern tools.
Karkata? Karkata?
No, Paimon, don't.
Can you hear Paimon? Tighnari says you're awesome!
Fuck. Sorry for swearing. We have a lot of swears lately in Genshin. A lot of swears coming on in Genshin. The past, like, 4 episodes in general have been kicking my arse.
It reached
Tighnari
its
says you're
limit.
awesome is such a sad line.
It hasn't recharged this entire time, nor has it replaced its severely
Because it wants to save
damaged
its
parts.
friend.
It's truly a miracle that it managed to hang on for so long. I'm gonna go confirm that the ley line extractor has shut down. Come with me. Let them be alone for a while.
Jesus. What am I supposed to do with all that? Okay, that's why he was like making us coffee and he was being so good. And he stayed in the one spot and he was so happy to get parts. He's like, okay, this will help. And he's putting all the parts on his freaking master's chest. And they're still on his chest. Before you lies a non-operational Karkata. Not operational? Are you serious? That means dead. Like, let's call it what it is. It's freaking dead. What the hell? What the hell?
The ley line extractor has ceased operations.
I'm an idiot. Okay, I was so distraught that I was walking through this thing and I was like, how is he there and here now? He's just in our party. I'm so dumb. I thought it was just like oh, what's gonna happen here? I'm so dumb. Imagine being dumb and having tears in your eyes. I can't even be like, you know, bright and crying.
Traces of ley line energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source has been stopped. The purification devices will handle the rest. Moving on. Those affected by the ley lines need immediate care. We'll put up an announcement on the bulletin board about the dangers of entering the contaminated region, and for symptomatic individuals to find Kale.
Please make sure that Kale knows that she's doing all this stuff and like she's appreciated, but like Karkata is gonna break my heart for the rest of my life.
According to the Academia's policies, we need to bring everything back.
I don't care about the Academia's policies right now. I really don't.
Research materials related to mechanical life forms will all be destroyed.
No.
And Karkata will be disassembled.
No, they should
and
just let him
sealed
stay there.
away.
The ley line is no longer being extracted. Let him stay there.
What the heck?
Yeah, please.
You two should return first. I'll take care of things here. Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the ley line energy in the air exceeds
I'm so sorry for
normal
sniffling, guys. I'm
values.
so sorry. Like it's
Your
actually
bodies
just
won't be
this
able to
this
hold
is
up
this is
if
this
you
is this is
continue to stay here.
killing me. Thank you, Tighnari, for thinking about us as well. I understand you have a job to do. I understand.
But
Listen, the Traveler hasn't rested very well, right? Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research documents. You're not familiar with this research after all, so you won't be of much use here. Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident has been resolved, and then get some sleep. We can discuss matters tomorrow.
See, this is for our own good. He's trying to get us out there to get some rest and to get out of this area.
Oh, and don't talk about Abattoir.
Okay.
The fewer that know about mechanical life form research,
I agree.
the better.
I definitely agree.
all right. Then let's go back to Catherine.
Does this mean that like all the like little machines we've been fighting are something similar to what Krabby could be? What's so devastating about this is just like I genuinely like can't deal with the fact that we have a story like this that's so sad, but like also like I understand where Tighnari's coming from, where he has to like uphold like the ideals of like you know the world here, and he doesn't want to, and he doesn't want us to go. He's lying to us, like not lying to us. He was like, hey, you should totally do this because I like it's kind of a way to like, you know, make people feel like they're not abandoning an area without, and also keeping them safe. To give my like thoughts on this before we go any further, because I'm sure there's gonna be other scenes after this, and I definitely want to like be more aware, have my wherewithal with me as I go into this. I don't want to just be like out of it when they're speaking and just thinking about all this stuff all the time. I think it's just a beautiful story, but it's heartbreaking. It's just heartbreakingly beautiful.
Anyway, so the contaminated region turned out to be a ley line effluence deep in the forest. Things are already getting back to normal.
I see. Thank you for your hard work. Once the excess ley line energy dissipates from the air, we should be able to make an announcement for residents to resume their normal activities.
Okay, that's cool. That is cool.
This is the stipulated reward. Please accept it.
After leaving the Adventurers Guild, Paimon takes you to a quiet place.
Is Karkata going to be sent back to the Academia?
Well, from what we know, he is, which is going to be depressing.
It's already damaged, but Paimon feels sad thinking about it getting disassembled.
Me too.
Oh, then how about we find Tighnari tomorrow and ask him not to do that?
I mean, we could. We definitely could.
Paimon really wants to go right now, but Tighnari said that we would discuss matters tomorrow. We'll probably make him mad if we
I love they're
go
already
now,
worried about
huh?
making him mad, probably. We'll see, though. We'll see what happens.
Alright then, we'll find Tighnari tomorrow and tell him not to disassemble Karkata.
Wait till 8 to 12 the next day, sure. No, that's tomorrow. I guess it doesn't count. Man, this is like, this whole game has been like, it's been like a, like there's so many beautiful stories in it. It's not just in the story quest. It's not just in like the Archon quests. Like even in the world quest. Like this game's story is just so beautiful. I'm so in love with it. There we go. And now we can go talk to
How are you
Tighnari.
feeling? Sleep well? We should go find Tighnari. How do you think we should ask him?
Probably, hey bud, do you think we could, You know, not. I should probably activate this. But hey, buddy, do you think we could not like get our buddy sick? Is that how far away it is? There must be one closer, right? Here, but we didn't activate it. I guess we could go from here. No, I think this is the easiest way. Wait, is it? There must be one closer, no? Oh, here. Yeah, that's a bit closer. Yeah, way closer. Wait, not way closer, like 100 meters closer, but it just seems closer because we can see it. Oh, we have Yula now, by the way. Yeah, as I said, like before, like I think it's about to be cleared up once we get the story quest done, like the whole blockage thing with the Archon quest mixed with the other thing, like, you know, you're gonna see it all in one congruent line, but like if there was some, like, you know, stuff like I had to like go back and do or stuff like that, it's perfectly fine with me, because I think that it's like, it's to me, it's like, it's grand, you know what I mean? It's like we have to do it. Sometimes it's gonna happen. We're gonna be more careful in the future. I guess I'm just gonna have to ask people, hey, is this gonna block this? Do you think this could block this? I'm sure people would very, like, would have no problem helping me out with that stuff. It's just I don't like looking up that stuff because I'm always like, again, like I wouldn't want to know about this quest. I wouldn't want to even get a hint of what this quest is about. The same with the quest for the Archon quest with Dotary. I don't want to get that ID either. I'm gonna let you live today, man, because I have to go see a friend. It's a lot, though, isn't it? It is a lot. And I appreciate that as well. And I appreciate you guys' understanding as well. I haven't seen your guys' response to it, but, like, I'm pretty sure you guys will understand. Like, it happens sometimes, and there's not much we can really do about it. Oh, we can activate this. That's probably a good idea. This is such a beautiful location. Like, it's actually genuinely gorgeous. Like, the stained glass and everything. So pretty. Such a pretty place. I don't know if this is going to work with this boy, by the way. I don't know if this is going to work. Yeah, this is it's so pretty.
Tighnari!
Shh, keep your voice down.
Oh my god.
The lilac daphne, a daphne of the genus Familiaceae, has a strong anticonvulsant effect. It can also be made into an anesthetic powder. Extrapolating from these two data sets, it would be particularly potent against Piscine species. Hey, make sure you're getting all this down.
Oh! Are you serious, Tighnari? You're such a beautiful soul. You're such a beautiful soul.
Karkata?
Did you revive it? And he's making him take notes?
I thought I told you all to keep your voices low. Plants aren't afraid of noise, but your shouting is making their ears ring.
Oh my god, I'm so happy.
You didn't disassemble Karkata?
Why would I do that?
But
I love him. I love him so much.
according to the Academia's policies.
So that's why you two barged in like barbarians at this hour. Fine. I suppose I wasn't clear enough about this yesterday. What I meant was, according to the Academia's policies, all products of research must be destroyed.
So he was like, okay, yeah, okay.
That's why
okay.
we can't let the Academia discover that place.
That's awesome. So the reason he stayed back was a different
Anyway,
reason.
the first thing I did was repair Karkata. During my time at the Academia, I took an elective course at the Spontamod. Who knew it would prove useful one day?
It's so awesome. Like, this is making me so happy. Like, it's like this feeling of relief.
We then buried Abatui together. After organizing the research materials, I kept some as a souvenir. Most of it was burned to hide the evidence. I'm not with the Academia, so what do their policies have to do with me?
Exactly, exactly.
I am the Forest Watcher of the Avidia Forest.
Oh.
I have a duty to protect all life
All
in
life.
the forest. All life brought forth in this world has meaning, and Karkata is no exception. If it exists, then it shouldn't
That's
be
so sweet.
carelessly abandoned
That's so
or
sweet.
destroyed.
That's
It's really great.
Wait, contaminated life form. You recognize
Yeah, that's
Karkata
exactly
as a
it. That's
true
exactly
living
it.
being now?
The possibility exists is all.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain Karkata's efforts to
I love it. I love a stern
repair
softie.
Abatui. Abatui only left behind a small portion of his research. Who knows how many commands he installed? Maybe a conflict between all those commands resulted in this sort of behavior. From a more rigorous perspective, it is impossible to conclude that Karkata is a real life form. But the possibility exists. I am willing to believe in that.
Yeah. This is the most relief I felt in this game. Like, I'm so eternally happy.
By the way, I'm not interested in continuing research on this subject. I'm just letting it hang out here because
Beautiful
this
shot.
place is
Absolutely beautiful
relatively
shot.
secluded. But as things stand now, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make it my research assistant. At the very least, it can record my experiments. What do you think?
Kalu, he likes it. Karakata likes it. Krabby likes it. Is that it? Oh, Tighnari, you are the best. What a great ending. I know it's still sad that he lost his other friend, but like I think it's such a beautiful ending that like that's what we got for this creature.
When people at the academia included me in a group photo, they would also send me a copy.
Yeah?
I have zero interest in group photos, but I also wouldn't just throw them away. I stored them all in a box.
Right.
After coming back yesterday, I looked through them and found one with Abatui. I gave it to Karkata and it seemed happy. That's good enough.
That's so sad. That is so sad. I appreciate that so much. I really do. That was an incredible story quest, and like the relief I feel at the end of this that we not only have like this amazing man like doing this for everybody, right? Beautiful man. I like do it like I genuinely thought he was like, I was like, okay, he's gonna have to destroy it, but it's like no, he's gonna protect it. And now Karkata's just living here. You happy, Karkata? It's the best. What a great conclusion to the story quest. A fantastic conclusion to the story quest that I'm so happy that I got to be a part of. It's rare in Genshin that I feel like at the end of a very sad quest, you get like this feeling of relief and happiness, because usually it ends on a somber tone. Like, you know, that's what this game is very good at writing. And I feel like, you know, sometimes it's okay to have a quest end on less of a somber tone and much of a tone of like, oh, I feel good. I feel a lot better. You know, it's still sad, but it's a feeling of feeling a lot better. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting the series. We should have it all cleared up now with the Archon quest and the blocking of stuff like that, and you're going to see all that stuff, like, and how it works out and all these things. I made sure it's going to work out. Again, I'm not going to be upset about it because it's just the way things went, but we have to deal with it. Thank you so much to Never Can Repay the Baby Gangsters here on Patreon, Typhara2, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felistus Felix, S. Kun, Ewald, Radish, Anusa, Shabata Bread, Malcolm O'Day, V, Mika, Death Trap, and Lynx Markey. And guys, I'll see y'all very soon. Bye-bye. Oh, we have to do the thing. Do you want to do the thing, Yula?
Rack and ruin.
Perfect.